Hey guys, so today I thought I'd make an interesting video, something that I'm going to be getting more into. Like I said in my most previous video, this is shit that I kind of want to start getting into, is how you can help yourself by kind of becoming more intuitive and communicating with spirit, all of those things, training yourself to be more psychic and all of that. And today that's what this video is about, becoming more psychic, how you can become a psychic and more psychic, depending on how intuitive you already are. But everyone is born psychic. And why else do they say that babies can see dead people or, like animals, because they are also very intuitive. But, like when we are babies, we are also very intuitive. And obviously we don't have very good memory of it because we are trained out of it. We are trained to look at this 3D dimensional state of being and a 3D universe and a 3D world is what we are told is reality and truth, but that is so not true, okay? Everything goes beyond the surface, and if you can't see that, it's going to be hard to find the answers when you're trying to look for them, because it's not just about pills, it's not just about school, it's not just about Googling shit. Like, it has all these different meanings to whatever it is you're needing answers to, whatever you're experiencing. So the number one way to become more psychic is to be open to looking beyond the surface. And trusting yourself too is another big thing. Throughout my journey of becoming more intuitive, like I've always been quite intuitive. I talk about this on my vlog channel if you're interested in checking that out. I always link my second channel, which is my vlog channel, in my description below all of my videos. So if you're interested, you can go check that out. But I talk about it more on that channel. And one of my biggest things that I've struggled with was trust. And also thinking about things too logically. If you do not trust and you start to think about things too logically, okay, like even the smartest people on the planet say you limit yourself if you label the fuck out of things, and you have to be able to see past all those things, right? If you can't, it's going to be hard to become psychic. Like, it's kind of like expecting to be a millionaire but not putting any effort, it's people do that, it's a thing. And so just to cover that already, it's not an option. You definitely have to do these things to become more psychic, or to become a psychic that you are born into being, but you shut it down because people taught you that that was the right thing to do, because we are taught that intuition hardly even exists, and for example, and so it's hard to trust these things and to trust our instincts because we're not taught to trust our instincts. We are taught to trust logic. And so that's a great thing that I even just talked about in my most previous video on this channel, is to trust what you're feeling, because what you're feeling is the most honest with you. Do not mix it with the head. And that's what so many people do, is they often mix the heart and the head. And I've also made videos about this on this channel. It is so easy to do that, but it's so important to figure out the difference, because the heart is what is going to guide you to the right things. And like so many people, they get into a bad relationship and they blame it on the heart. Why can't I get over this person? But it's actually your mentality, not your heart. Your mentality has something hooked towards that person. Whether, you miss how they were always there for you or whatever. It's just, I don't know, whatever it is, as a bad relationship being the number one example I see a lot. So being said, people get attracted to that relationship again usually, and that's all head related. Your heart would never guide you to the wrong destination. Ever, ever, ever. And it never does. It's just we are taught to follow logic in our heads more. So we go for what logically makes sense, So logically we want love. So again, logically we go towards the first person that's willing to love us, Like we follow logic. That's what we were born to do. And that's not necessarily bad, but it is bad when you're looking for love and love in abundance to have into your life, because that is all going to come from the heart, because your heart knows what it wants. The head knows what's logical, but the heart knows what it wants, and that's why it gets the signals first, because it is the smartest part of your body. And actually even scientists are starting to study the heart more and seeing that, and to put it as more of a brain, like a third brain is what they're considering to call it. So that's quite interesting as well. And same with the third eye, you know, they're also working with that. So that's really fucking interesting. But, you know, so your heart does know what the fuck it's talking about. And you have to be willing to trust its guidance. Don't mix up the head, don't mix up the heart. You know, it's really important to figure out that difference. Your feeling is going to be the one guiding you. So how to become more psychic is to trust yourself. Be open, and do not, when you get the guidance, do not think of it logically. You know, like I just did some channeling for my friend last night, for one of my friends, and I just let my mind become blank and silent, and I let it all come to me. And no matter how fucking random it is, it can be, you know, numbers, it can be letters, it can be whatever. I just take the guidance that comes to you. Do not sit there and judge it and overthink it, because when you overthink it, that's when you can start mischanneling messages. That's when you can start like misunderstanding and misinterpreting things that you're seeing, because you're kind of mixing it into a bunch of different things, because you're mixing it with logic now. So now your brain is fucking around with it. So that's why it's so important to trust the feelings, trust yourself, just let whatever comes to you come to you. I do recommend writing it down. And that is going to pretty much take you on your way to becoming more psychic, and just keep working on those things and you will see so much progress, because the main thing about these things is to kickstart yourself to becoming more psychic and to constantly growing and all of that. So I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And if you guys have any questions or video recommendations for me at all, be sure to let me know in the comments below this video.